So good, so good. I got to you.
Mary and Bethune morning meeting, Monday, January 31st, 2022. Today will be fabulous.
Who's ready? Who's ready for a great week? This is the week you're going to do great things. Try new ideas, take a chance. We know you can do it.
Tomorrow is February 1st, begins Black History Month. While we need to learn everything about Black History Month every day of the year, this month is specifically dedicated to this purpose.
Because tomorrow begins Black History Month. We're going to focus on learning about 6 important Black male civil rights leaders.
The Big Six.
Hey, where in the world is Giovanni Horace special? What is the Big Six? They were the leaders of 6 organizations that fought for civil rights. They did this non-violently. They did this in a non-violent way.
Who are the members of the Big Six?
The members of the Big Six include Martin Luther King, James Farmer, John Lewis, Philip Randolph, Roy Wilkins, and Whitney Young.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Michael Luther, or Martin Luther King Jr., was born January 15th, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. He grew up on Bourbon Avenue, where he played with his siblings A.D. King and Christine King Ferris. He graduated from Morehouse College at the age of 15 in 1944. Then later in 1963, he led a march on Washington, on the Washington Capitol, where he spoke his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. He was assassinated on April 4th, 1968.
James Farmer.
James Leonard Farmer Jr. was born January 12th, 1920, in Marshall, Texas. James spent most of his childhood in Austin, Texas, but later in 1938, he went back to Marshall to attend Wiley College. In 1942, James Farmer organized a Congress of Racial Equality, or CORE, to improve race relations and end discrimination. He died of diabetes on July 9th, 1999.
John Lewis.
John Robert Lewis was born February 21st, 1940, in Alabama. And in 1961, he went out to the American Baptist College. And in 1967, he went to college at Fisk University. In 1986, he joined the U.S. House of Representatives, which is where he served 17 terms, and that's where he became a congressman, John Lewis. He died July 17, 2020, in Atlanta, Georgia.
A. Philip Randolph.
Asa Philip Randolph was born April 15th, 1889, in Crescent City, Florida. In 1911, he went to college at the City College of New York City. He was an American labor unionist, which means he represents the collective of workers who want and manage our everyday things. He was also a civil rights activist, and in 1925, he organized the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. He died May 16th, 1979, in Manhattan, New York.
Roy Wilkins.
Roy Wilkins was born on August 31st, 1901. He was a member of the Big Six as well as an activist for the civil rights movement. He used his voice rather than violence to fight off oppression, which inspired and touched the hearts of many veterans and other service workers. He grew up in a very toxic environment growing up. He didn't have a father and was forced to flee due to being afraid of being lynched. He was raised by his aunt and uncle due to his mom dying of tuberculosis. He was a graduate of the University of Minnesota. He preached for rights. He died in the year 1981. Whitney Young. Whitney Moore Young Jr. was born July 31st, 1921. In 1931 and in 1961, he was elected the president of the Georgia NAACP, and in the same year, he was elected as the executive director in the National Urban League, which means he got to take charge he got to take charge when there were a lot of civil rights movements popping up across America. He died March 11, 1971, in Lagos, Nigeria. Recap quiz. Here are the rules. You gotta rewind the video. You gotta change your answer. Share your answer with your classmates. Have fun. Here we go. Question 1. How many people were in the Big Six?
A, 2,
B, 6.
C, 7.
D, 5.
Nobody better get this one wrong.
And the answer is C, 7. Kidding. B, 6. Question 2. How many terms did John Lewis serve? A, 12. B, 17. C, 16. D, 19. Ooh, my bad. 9. And the answer is B, 17. Question 3. What did Roy Wilkins' mom die from?
A, chlamydia. B, tuberculosis. C, heart attack. Or D, a miscarriage.
That got dark real fast.
And the answer is B, tuberculosis.
No more quiz questions for you.
Question 4. What year did Whitney Young become elected to be the president of Georgia NAACP?
A, 1738. A, B, 1942. C, 1924. D,
I don't know.
E, 1961. And the answer is E, 1961. Final question. Who were in the Big Six? A, Martin Luther King Jr., James Farmer, John Lewis, A. Philip Randolph, Roy Wilkins, Whitney Young. 2, the 6 colors of the rainbow. 3, the Care Bears. 4, the morning meeting team. 5, the six chins that fell out of her ass.
And
And the answer is
A.
1,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr., James Farmer, John Lewis, A. Philip Randolph, Roy Wilkins,
And
Whitney Young. Oh, I'm done. I can't do it.
Essential question. What do you learn from the example of these 6 nonviolent leaders? And what can you do to continue their legacy?
Pause and share in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Do you have any ideas? Do you have any ideas of famous African Americans we should focus on during this month's presentations? Email me at ghorton@bethuneeagles.net if you have any ideas.
What's happening at Bethune? Now let's find out what else is going on at Bethune this week.
February character trait. February 1st starts a new month and a new character trait. During February, we will focus on the trait caring.
Basketball game. Our K-5 Bethune scholars will be on a STEM field trip to a Cleveland Charge game this Tuesday. Have fun. Conference day. There will be no school on Wednesday, February 2nd. We will have parent conference day from 12 to 30 to 7 p.m. Report cards will be distributed on this day.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Student of the month. It's time to celebrate our December students of the month. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Congratulations with those December students of the month.
Awards assembly. Get excited. Our second quarter virtual awards assembly is next week.
I'm ready this time. Bethune Superstars. It's time to celebrate our students and staff who are doing awesome things at Bethune. Here we go. this week's superstars.
Shout out to Miss Albrecht. Did you see the awesome bulletin board she did in the front of the hallway? Our one school, one book program for.
Shout out to Miss McCorvey for organizing a peer mediators meeting.
Shout out to all the students who answer our questions during the morning meeting quiz.
Yes, thank you, because they take a lot of work to make.
Shout out to Destiny Perkins, Naja Smith, and Dominique Hill for getting all of their work done and having the privilege of helping out Miss McCorvey.
Hey, look at that. There's little Kelvon. And now it's your favorite time of the week. Joke of the week. What do you get when you pick a cow's nose?
I don't know. What do you get when you pick a cow's nose?
Hamburgers. Well, that's it for this week.
Bye-bye, apple pie. This is Soraya.
And Giovanni saying peace out.
Sugar's fine.